What up?
What up?
Chinwag.
Episode 8.
Numero ocho.
Ocho. Why you always gotta say it in Spanish?
Because I work with a guy who always is speaking Spanish, and and if I say shit in Spanish, he's like, yeah.
That's borderline racist, I feel like.
Maybe. He's okay with it, I hope. Hold on, I got a cough.
You need to stop that.
Totally.
I can't go through the whole thing and edit these out every time.
I know, I'm sorry. But
just hold it in. I feel like it's a mental thing.
As you talk about it makes me want to cough more.
I feel like it's a mental thing.
It's not mental.
Are you mentally powerful enough?
No.
Just think about not wanting to do it.
I don't want to do it.
It makes
I don't wanna. I don't.
Just talking about it.
I don't want to do it. I can't help it.
I feel like you've made me start doing that.
I've noticed you've started doing it more now.
That's why it's a mental
thing. Give me
thing.
one.
It's a mental thing. Because, like, I don't need to do it, but you've made me feel like I need to do it. So you need to woo-saw it off a little bit or something.
Goose fraba.
Goose fraba it off, whatever you need.
Okay, that's anger management, but...
But now I just feel like there's constantly something there that I have to get out because of you.
Okay.
I just listen to you all the time. Maybe I need to not hang out with you for like 6 months.
We should
and then
just
I'll get
punch
rid of
each other in the throats and then hope it goes away.
I don't think that would work.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about wealth versus happiness.
No, success.
Success
happiness.
And happiness and wealth.
Not wealth.
Money and
wealth
poor.
Is involved.
And good and bad. All right.
Do you think happiness and success are hand in hand?
Depends on who you are.
Okay, I'm asking you, Chris. Christopher Allender.
I do the best with what I have, I feel like. If I made more, would I be happier? Yes.
Why?
Because I wouldn't struggle as far as I can't spend this, I can't go out tonight because I need to make rent. If I made more, I could still do everything I wanted and not worry about having a place to live and my bills are paid.
Sure. But that money that you gain, does it matter if you're happy at work? So like if you get paid more where you're at right now, would you be happy?
I think I would be happier.
Really? Because
you do a job and it's repetitive and you see all of your surrounding coworkers, you know what they kind of make, because everybody gossips what they make even though they're not supposed to. And you almost throw yourself on the scale as far as that person makes more. I do everything they do. Should I be making what they make? And then it kind of eats at you while you're there. Like, I should make more. Or I don't. Or I'm good where I'm at.
So it's a competition.
It's not a competition. It's just seniority and the time you put in with the company and learn. I currently am working with somebody. He currently asked for a raise or else he was going to leave. You know who you are. And you've been there a long time. So I'm not upset that you make more than me. You should make more than me.
It's justified. He's been there for a long time.
He's worked in different departments as well. I still think he should probably make more. He knows a little bit more about what we're doing than I do. But the opportunity to learn and figure out everything has not been like presented to me to learn all those things. As much as I stand around him and watch, I still have to work and do other shit, so I kind of lose that one-on-one. Like, it's this many inches or centimeters to learn something.
Does he make a lot more than you?
I don't really know how much he makes. He just recently asked for the raise and they gave it to him for him to stay.
Okay.
But I mean, if he didn't, he had the opportunity to make a shit ton more. Like, even the amount that they gave him to stay, what I found out what he would make if he would left is almost double what he would make.
If he left?
If he left. I want to go and work for his family member, whoever he is, his not his brother, maybe his cousin,
Some family member.
They
Okay.
have an outside contract through our work, and they pay super well.
Okay. But would you be happy? So that's the question. Like, if you make more doing either what you're doing now or working for his family.
If I were to the point where I don't have to like look at my bank account a couple times a week, I think I would be happier.
So no matter what the job for you, no matter what the job is, even if you hate it,
if I can do the
happiness
job,
is just comfort financially.
Yeah. I don't think there's any job out there I'm just like, yeah, I like being here. Woo, work. But I would say my job currently is really easygoing. I enjoy that they don't hound you about showing up 10 minutes late. They don't hound you about what time to go home.
Right.
They would like you to work as much overtime as you could,
but it's still just not enough.
Nothing is ever enough, but I work a little over 40 hours a week just to keep everyone happy. If it were up to me, I would work 20 hours a week.
Yeah, I'm sure you're with most of the world with that.
But I mean, besides everything I just said, the guy that I work with, he deserves more, and I'm happy that he got more.
So you like your job enough that you'd be happy. It's just not enough pay.
It's a great job, just with the slow, or actually quick rise of cost of living and everything going on here in Utah. It's not enough.
Right.
I mean, I'm okay, but I still have to like watch my bank account. I'm living almost paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And there's that constant like, oh, worry. I want to go out and hang out with everyone. If everyone went out on a weekend to go do something, the first thing I would have to do was look at my bank account.
Right. See how much and how far
can I go out, and if I did, how much am I gonna struggle the next week?
Right. So if you look at it in a different way, if you had a job, not this one, it was more strict, you weren't as happy there or not as comfortable there. So a job that you're like, okay, I don't want to go to work, but I have to go to work, but you made good money. Would you be happy?
I feel like that every morning.
So, okay, well, that's because you're saying it's not enough pay. No. You don't think people can be happy with their work? You think it's just a necessary part of life?
I think they can. If somehow this was our job to just sit here and talk or do something car related, I think it'd be great.
Right.
Because it doesn't feel like work. I mean, honestly, this podcast we're doing, it's work.
Yeah, that's true.
It is work.
It's time commitment.
But I don't look at it as work at all. And I get paid $0. So if I got paid $1 an hour, that would be amazing. I come here and I'm hanging out with one of my best friends, and we're just chilling and bullshitting.
Yeah.
And it's great. We have drinks, we eat food, and we just therapy and chit chat back and forth. I love it.
Yeah.
So if we can make a living off of this, don't forget to donate, guys. Thanks. That would be amazing.
If you want to donate, there's a link in the RSS feed. We have a GoFundMe. Is it a GoFundMe?
I don't even know what it is, honestly.
No, nobody has to donate. It's just
new. We just enjoy it. Just listen and enjoy it.
Yeah. Part of the setting up this podcast, they asked if we wanted a GoFundMe. We're like, okay, sure.
Not yet.
But okay, so do you feel like in order to have success there needs to be happiness, or vice versa? In order to have happiness you have to have success? Are they so linked together that you have to have both?
I think there is a little bit of both, because no matter what, even if you were content, there's that need of like, I would want more. Let's just hypothetically say the average income is $40,000, which is probably more. I don't even know at this point, but if you wanted to go out and like, crap, my dishes are shitty, I want to go out and buy some nice dishes. Some people they struggle and they're like, well, we just got to keep eating off of these garbage plastic plates or whatever. And sure, if I had more money, that'd be great. I could go out and buy some nice plates. I could buy some nice clothes for my family and kids. I could buy a better house,
Right.
a better vehicle, better insurance. What I feel like my amount of money I could make per year to meet that happiness, I'm not even sure. Like, if I had a house, it would be different. Like, right now I'm renting, and my rent in Utah is $1,860 a month.
That's incredible.
My lease is ending soon. I've been looking at other apartments, and you can find some that are close to that, but they also want to verify that you make like 2.5 to 3 times that annually before taxes, before they would even approve you. And it's like, holy shit,
Crazy.
who makes...
Yeah, nobody can afford
I mean,
an apartment.
some people
these
do,
days.
but I don't. A $1,500 apartment is $360 less than I make. That's not including all the shit they include. 3 times that is $4,500 a month. I don't make that a month.
And they want that in their...
They want that,
part of
know
the
that you
court
make that
requirement.
so that you can make your rent.
Right. That is insane.
So, yeah, if I made more money, I would be happier. I wouldn't worry about stupid things like that.
So happiness for you is more that comfort level of you don't have to...
I don't want to have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. If you have to go fill up, it doesn't matter what the dollar per gallon is. You have to fill up no matter what, so you just charge it.
If I go to work and work my 40 hours a week, I can go home and do the things I want to do without worrying about can I do them.
Yeah. But the job you're at, you're happy in if you
happy
make more
in it,
money.
But if I made more money, it would make
it a lot easier.
Life easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, with that being said, I would guesstimate I make around $50,000 a year as a single father of 2. I need more.
You need more.
But I mean, I have the option of working overtime to like fulfill those small gap in income that I need to. I mean, I do the things I want, but I still do look at my bank account being like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How about you, Jared?
What? How about me? What?
You make a lot more money than me, but you have a lot more toys than me.
Live above my means.
Now, where are we at on the podcast? 13 minutes in, Jared.
13
You might
minutes.
want to cut this part out
Okay. Why?
because me and Hannah have evaluated a normal pharmacist's life.
Okay.
And I have a general idea how much you make per year.
Okay.
And I see the means as far as your house and your 12 cars that you have. And not a normal single pharmacist can afford all this.
Yeah.
So, are you dealing crack cocaine under the table?
That's how I find my happiness.
But I feel
is
like
dealing
a lot
crack
of it,
cocaine.
I don't know how much you want to put in. You've gotten money from family members that have died. And I don't know if your parents help you with the stuff.
So I make roughly $135 a year. I have had an annuity from my grandfather that passed away that I got, but that went straight into school loans because I owed $200,000 when I graduated school.
Like total after all your... How many years of school did you go to?
It's a doctorate program, so the graduate program itself is typically 4 years. I went to a fast track program that was 3 years, so it was 1 year shorter, but then I had to do all the undergraduate stuff.
But you have your doctorates.
But I have my doctorate and I have my master's. I did my master's.
Isn't
at the
all
same
the
time.
doctorate? It's all doctorate.
Yeah, pharmacy has to be doctorate. Yep.
It didn't used to be.
No, you could get a bachelor's a while ago, long time ago. You could have a bachelor's to be a pharmacist, but now it's required to be a doctorate. So yeah, I graduated with $200,000. So the annuity that I got from my grandfather straight into the loan. So I have I have partial investment into my mom and my dad's company. So they have I get dividends from them every month, but I don't touch it. So that goes straight into a savings account. So I try to survive off of my own income.
Without saying too much, is it a decent amount like you get from your parents?
The
or
annuity?
the dividend?
The dividends? Oh, the dividends. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's I guess a safety net in case I ever have
Need it.
issues. I actually, when I got my divorce, I figured I would have to dip into it, which I probably should because of my credit card debt.
Yeah, we got ways around that. I mean, there's cars you can sell and
yeah.
shit.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is I do have a lot of cards, but they're all paid off. So if I need to, I can sell assets and just liquidate them for cash. But as far as how I'm living right now, I am paycheck to paycheck. I'm probably negative each paycheck because of my credit card debt. So I'm spending more than I'm making right now. Well, not right now. I went through a little bit of a spending spree for a second. So,
Well,
but I am like without spending all that money, I am living paycheck to paycheck as a single pharmacist with the house, like the mortgage that I have and the cars that I have. I am really thin.
So how much would you need to find happiness with your wealth, or does it matter?
So, and I've thought about this quite a bit.
Because you recently turned down a job that would make much more.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't make you happy, and you quit that. So
right. I had a job opportunity that would make me $2,000 more a month. That would definitely help out, and I turned it down.
You didn't even turn it down. You accepted it and took on it.
I accepted it.
And then
Yeah,
it was like,
I was training, and some things changed, and I went back to my current job, which is $12 an hour less, so $2,000 less a month. Because honestly, like where I'm at right now, I'm happy with the staff that I'm with the store that I'm at, and I know the staff's going to change. But I know the system. I know the people. They work really well. I know we'll train more people once the current people leave, and it'll be good. But the way I look at it is jumping into a situation where I have to, manage and rebuild and be thinking about that constantly. And I can't really clock out of work because I'm the manager, so I have to constantly be thinking about that. I didn't feel like I wanted to deal with that. And everything on top of life that's happening. So I was like, where I'm at right now, I can leave work, I can clock out and mentally be clocked out and just focus on life outside of work. And for $12 less an hour, I'm happy with that. The thing that I feel like,
are you content or are you happy?
I'm not in life where I'm at right now, like financially, everything that plays a part of it, financial, work, stuff here, like assets, everything like that. I'm not to my happy place, like my goal happy place, which I feel like we all have that, like that point of happiness where it's like, yeah, that's where I'm going to be happy, but it always changes.
With the cost of living going up.
Yeah. It's constantly changing form. But where I'm at right now, and I think about this constantly, is what does happiness look like for me? For me, I don't feel like financial wealth.
It's not strippers and cocaines and prostitutes coming around and parties and
probably not. That'd be pretty intense. I don't know if I could uphold that lifestyle.
Okay.
Maybe George. without saying any last names. And
you got any white powder?
He parties hard.
He parties hard.
You know what? That's how people. Some people, the partying lifestyle and having that freedom is happiness. For me, I'm kind of like you. Like I want that comfort to not have to worry about finances, but I don't feel like more money is going to help me. The problem with my situation is I have a house that I don't want to let go of because it has a garage that I'm obsessed with. Like I'm obsessed with cars. It has a detached garage.
So there's a level of money where you've met. I mean, you're not 100% happy, but you're okay and you're content.
I can survive.
Okay.
I can survive.
I'm not quite there.
I can survive, but when I spend the way I have lately,
I know.
I stress myself out.
I do the same.
But what I've thought about and what I've come to the conclusion of, and I've mentioned it a couple times, quite a few times, is like, I'm like, you know what? I just need to sell everything and move to Switzerland and just live in a little shack and be a barista. I mean, baristas make 20, 30 grand a year or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I would honestly be completely happy in a setting like that. But I would have to let go of all these assets and the cars and stuff like that. But I look at all that stuff and it's like, you know what? It's material goods. It's fun, but does it really make me happy? Or is it more like, oh, look at me. I have 6, 7, 8 cars. Like, is that me? Or is that just me trying to show people that, oh yeah, he's happy, he's successful? Is that just a show or a front? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, is this stuff that I really need?
I mean, you probably don't really need it, but
right.
The fact that you can afford it, and it
kind of,
well,
I need to pay off my credit card.
I mean, you sold a super valuable car and you bought something else, and it's paid off as far as I know.
Yeah,
you have a super desirable car. It's cool as shit. I wish I had a cool as shit car. I don't know where I was getting, but yeah. I mean, but also, like, who knows what'll happen tomorrow? Yeah. My apartment building might burn down, and I'll be looking for a place to live. Who knows?
Yeah,
I could be hit by a bus.
Yeah, and that's
except look both ways.
See, and that's a huge lesson that my mom taught me when I was younger, because of what she went through with her father. So her dad, her dad owned his own pharmacy, or had like a partnership with a pharmacy, and then he worked Kennecott Copper Mine. So he worked 2 jobs all the time, just always working. And his plan was he was going to save up money and have enough to retire early and then just enjoy life and work on his cars and do whatever he wanted, because, you know, he set himself up. And then he ended up getting murdered in his pharmacy. And my mom, the lesson was, you never know what's going to happen. Like you said, like, you could get hit by a bus, your apartment could burn down. You never know what's going to happen to you. So you plan and you work your ass off and you do all this stuff for the future. But what about now? If there's no
future, then you're screwed.
Right. What about now? And she kind of, it's a blessing and a curse, because I look at that and I live by that very strongly. So I spend a lot of money.
I like it. I'm fine with it. I do the same. Like, gotta enjoy today, because who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow.
But then,
to a point.
That's the thing. It's like, where's that? You got to have that balance. You got to enjoy life now. You got to enjoy life now, but you also don't want to put yourself under. I've racked up a little bit of credit card debt, and that's stressing me out. I do have assets I need to sell, or I could sell, but do I want to sell them?
You're okay though. I mean, you can make the payments on it. It's not going to bankrupt you.
I can survive. So to me, like, going back to it, happiness for me doesn't need to have that financial wealth. Right now, I have all these, you know, the cars and stuff that I'm interested in. I feel like it's a phase that I'm in. Eventually, selling off all these cars. Maybe not the Viper. I feel like I have to have one car in my life that's like my baby, and the Viper is going to be my baby. So keeping that, great, but like selling everything else. Maybe downsizing the house, because this is way too much house for just me. Who knows? But I don't think financial wealth makes me happy.
If you think you had a smaller house and your payment was a lot less, but you still had a garage that could keep a couple of your toys,
I think I would still be happy. I think I would be more happy, because I'd have that comfort of, okay, I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck.
Here's something my brother brought up to me like last weekend. Right now, the cost of living and house market is so outrageous. Right now, my brother could sell his house and move to Arkansas and buy a house fully paid off with land and pay off his student loans. Like, it's hard not to do that.
Oh, yeah. But then, can you transplant yourself? Can you move from this?
He works from
Utah?
home, so like the
Sure.
only thing that's keeping him here is
Family,
that all of
right?
his family.
Yeah, family.
Exactly.
So yeah, I get it. Like you and I could do that too. I could
don't
sell
know if
this
I
place,
could.
and I could get a place in Texas. I could get a place in Arkansas. My neighbor right down the street, he just sold his house, and he bought. I think it was. Man, I'm trying to remember what he told me. It was like 75 acres, huge house,
That's huge.
paid off. But it's in a place that's completely different than this. It's the country.
It's far
away. You're far
50
away
miles
from family.
Everything.
So it depends on what you want to hold on to, and that's where I'm at with my life. Is like, what do I want to hold on to? Like, I have these cars that are really cool, but does that really make me happy? Like, it's fun. It's fun. Like, it's a blast right now, and I think it does. Like,
we don't drive them enough. We need to go drive them more.
And that's the thing too. Like, I don't drive them, so why even have them?
When you want to drive them, you've got them.
Yeah, but I've put myself in a situation where I'm tight financially.
I got rid of my motorcycle and I sold my truck. Or a car that I like, but when you drive around in a car all the time, you're just like, is it because I like it so much? I mean, I like it, and I don't want to trade it. I just want it to last until my loan's up at least.
Yeah.
But you still worry if something bad happened, like the battery going out, it's 15 to 20 grand to replace.
Those don't have warranties, do they?
I have no warranty on my car. So,
like
but without implicating myself too much, I do have gap insurance. So if the battery goes out, I'm going to wrap it around a fucking pole and it's paid off. I will have to buckle up real good, and I might have to wear a neck brace for a while afterwards, but I'm going to drive that shit right off a fucking bridge.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because everybody has, and I read an article the other day about this, as far as what people set as their happiness level, and they did like a study on giving people more money or less money, and no matter how much they make, that happiness kind of stays constant. Where they consider happiness stays constant. So kind of like Hannah was saying with Bill Gates.
Yeah, she sent me an article that was dated 2010, and it quoted something around the lines of, in 2010, they said the amount of money that you made was around $75,000 to find whatever happiness that you wanted. And everything above that really didn't make you any more happier.
Yeah.
You were content, or you could afford everything, and then like that was just extra, I guess. But
it's that happiness constant. Once you get to that point where it's like, okay, I'm comfortable, kind of like you said, once you don't have to look at your bank account, you'll be happy, right?
I would be happier.
So, and if you made $100,000 more than that, your happiness level, or what you consider happiness, doesn't change.
I might have some spurts of like super happiness.
Sure.
And
I mean,
like, hey, I just bought everybody some 4-wheelers and let's go jump them.
But that's not necessarily your happiness. That's just pleasure.
I know. A pleasure,
right?
I guess. Yeah.
It's momentary pleasure.
And that was 12 years ago. I think that number has jumped up significantly as well. So,
well, and that's what's hard too with the increased cost of living. Man, that
I saw something that quoted Utah in the top 10 of unaffordable housing market or something
it's
like
insane.
that.
It's absolutely insane. I had a house in Riverton when I bought it in 2010. Bought it for $215,000, and I offered, it was like $10,000 over asking price, so $215,000. And I just checked the market value on it today. It's in the 600,000.
That's crazy.
Mark. No. I think it was approaching. It was like 700,000.
I don't even want to know. When I was
insane.
Me and my ex-wife bought a house in like 2004, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a HUD home on top of that, so it was like a foreclosure.
Yeah.
We bought it for $98,000.
A home.
A home.
How much square footage?
A house. I don't even know, like a 0.2 acres or something.
2,500, 3,000 square feet or something.
It had a big backyard, but
yeah.
4 years later, we sold it through our divorce, and we sold it for double. It was like $198,000, and now me and my current girlfriend had gone to the neighborhood just to see because there was some other houses going,
Yeah.
and that was
Half
like
a million?
Yeah, like
6?
400. No, that was like
Oh.
six
Oh,
6 months ago, and that was like 450,000. And I bet now that house is going for half a million dollars.
I'm sure. Garbage that you
Should've-
find is just unaffordable now.
It's crazy.
Weren't you were shopping around and you found like, oh, the only affordable place might be a trailer park.
Yeah, I looked recently. I was looking like, hey, you know what? I just want to look. What houses are available on the market? There wasn't anything under $400,000, except like a fucking garbage trailer. I don't care if it's double wide or double fucking high. A trailer should not be going for $130,000.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because after 5 years, the walls are gonna decompose and fall over.
Yeah. Do you think there's so much talk these days with, I don't know if it's the younger generation or what it is, about people saying, you know, don't go through life working a job that you don't like, do stuff that you like. You know, you only live once. Do you think is that even possible? Like, I mean, you look at the stuff that we like, the car stuff.
I think it is. It is. Okay. I think you gotta start early and just stick to it and hit it hard and hard and hard and create. I don't know if it's this point in our life that everything is content based.
Content creators. Yeah.
You gotta create content,
influencers,
or develop some kind of product that somebody wants in the field that you like.
Yeah. Everything's so strongly leaning towards social media marketing now. You have to be on some sort of social media platform doing or advertising what you're doing. It feels like, I don't know, it's a digital world now.
I don't know what the algorithm is, because you can label something one thing one day and get 1,000 views. You can do it again the next week and get 100 views.
Yeah.
So it is, I don't know what they do. You got to buy your way to happiness through that.
Oh, I've mentioned Gary Vaynerchuk before, Gary V. I listen to him a lot, and one of the biggest things he emphasizes is, people come up to him and ask him, how did he get started? You were so young, you did all this stuff when you were so young. He's like, no, I started when I was 34. So age doesn't really matter, right? So you could grind right now, but is that feasible for people? Like, look at you in your situation. You have 2 daughters. Like, you have to make sure to have a consistent living for them.
Yeah.
So is it feasible to chase your dreams right now? Like, there are certain situations that I find it hard, but how do you find happiness and success in situations like that?
Completely step out of your comfort zone and try to do something that could be catastrophic.
That's hard. That's scary.
And I currently would like to do something along those lines.
Yeah. Take a risk.
I would like to open my own welding business, but I don't know all the ins and outs. I just got to find out. It's hard. I don't know where to go, what to do, how to start it.
Well, that's part of the comfort zone, is stepping out of the comfort zone, is finding out all of that stuff.
I can stay and keep doing everything I'm doing and still do it. So it's not really like comfort. It's right now for me, it's like completely unknown. Like, where you make a list of, put my name down, where to sign up. I'm there. I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to do it.
Do it.
I'm going to.
I think it's a good idea.
Try.
Like, of all the stuff that you've talked about before, things that, working on cars, we have zero car knowledge, really.
Is that true?
Welding exhausts, we can't do that and make money.
Sure you can.
Like, there's all these ideas you've come up with that it's like, you know what, it'd be fun, but we're not going to make money.
I come up with a lot of ideas.
This is one that I'm like, you know what, this is actually a very reasonable, logical idea. I think you should absolutely capitalize on it, because you're taking your skill, your trade skill that you've done forever, and you're utilizing that to make extra money. I think it's something that you should do. We need to sit down and get that set up.
I agree.
Because if you know that people are making a lot more money doing it, why not?
Extremely a lot more money.
Extremely a lot more?
Yeah. Mucho bucos.
Mucho bucos.
Ugh. Shall we talk about the no hair, don't care?
Let's do it. Let's take a break from this. It's
Depressing.
kind of like
bit.
you think about it, and I don't know. Okay? Before we go into no hair, don't care, do you consider yourself successful right now? Right now in life, do you consider yourself successful?
I don't know. Compared to what? Like, what is success?
Success is it's not a set defined thing. Success is different for everybody. So you have to decide if you feel like you yourself are
out
successful.
Of most people I know, I make the least amount of money as everyone.
But does that matter? I mean, success.
I guess not, because I still kind of do the things I want to do for the most part, but I still occasionally have to hold back and look at my account.
Yeah.
But
what does success look like to you? Same thing as before with the happiness, just not having
security, to worry. Having some outcome with my future. I have no 401 where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know, like, eventually I would like to retire, but right now I'm never going to be able to retire.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to start robbing banks to put away some money.
You know what? That could be successful. You just got to do it right. Huh? Ocean's 11. Just hit up some casinos. We weren't even talking about your coughing. Why you got to cough?
I swallowed wrong. Down the wrong tube. No hair, don't care.
No hair, don't care. Topic of the day. It's a hot one right now. I mean, I don't know. You think it's more hot than the Chris Rock slap?
That one's still, like, I keep seeing stuff about that still, but
yeah. But I think this one's been a long time coming, and it's
sorry.
It's a consistent one that's going to last a while. The Johnny Depp Amber Heard lawsuit. So Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for, I guess, defamation of his name or something like that. Basically, everything that she has said and reported to the news and everything that they've released publicly, he's saying is lies. So it's hurting his name as a public figure, and it's losing him money basically, because he can't get gigs, he can't get jobs, he can't get movies or acting gigs because of all this stuff that's coming to the public because of Amber Heard. So he has sued her for $50 million, and they are currently in trial for this case, or hearings or whatever you call it. I'm not sure what the lingo is, but it's kind of interesting to listen to all the back and forth. Chris, first question.
Yeah.
Are you Team Amber or Team Johnny?
Well, I don't know that much about it. I'm just going off of
I don't either.
His word versus her.
Sure.
But the things that I have heard at this point, it sounds like Amber Heard might be a bitch. I mean, Johnny Depp, to me, even at his worst, like, he sounds like he drinks a lot and does drugs, but he's always just like, hey, man.
Yeah, he's cool. Super easygoing.
And
right?
I've heard some really dark shit about Amber as far as, like, shitting in their bed while he was trying to leave. And
really?
Yeah, there was, during the divorce or whatever, he left and was living in one of his million properties or whatever. And she was going to Coachella?
Yeah, Coachella.
And he knew she was going, so he was like, all right, this is a good time for me to go and get my shit.
Yeah.
And one of their friends was like, nah, don't go, it's a bad time, and showed a picture to him, and it was just like their bed where he normally laid just was like shit. There was a whole bunch of shit on the bed. And that came to the light, and Amber Heard was like, nah, that was just our dogs. Our dogs did that. And he was like, we've had our dogs for a long time, and I've picked up their shit quite a bit. They're teacup dogs, and that's not teacup dog shit. That's human shit.
Wow.
So, I don't know.
So, Team Johnny?
I would say Team Johnny.
Yeah.
Team Johnny. That's right. Because women, you can't beat up on us. We can't beat up on you. It's got to go both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know much about it either. Maybe it's going off of my childhood movies of watching Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know, but from what I've heard in the small clips of the trial that I've watched, I'm Team Johnny. Yeah, 100% Team Johnny.
I know that also. I don't know how much money he has, but it does seem like it makes you want to think, is it true or not? Because Johnny Depp does spend an insane amount of money on his properties,
Right.
on wine alone. I think he spends like a crazy amount. Here, let me ask.
Well, now he can't get
how
money.
much money does Johnny Depp spend on wine per month?
And he $31,000.
A recent splurge the star dabbled within was brought forward by a publication claiming Depp spent over $75 million on a private island and about $31,000 on wine nearly every month.
Wow.
$31,000
a month on
and
wine.
there was one of the times he talked that he was sitting down with all of his lawyers and managers, and it turned out like he was running out of money. He was negative or spending way more than he actually has.
Well, he lost all those gigs because of what the whole thing, the scandal between him and Amber. Everybody fired him from the Harry Potter movies, like, or whatever, the Fantastic Beasts. They fired him from that.
Pirates of the
Caribbean
Potter?
got discontinued. Yeah,
Fantastic Beasts.
he was in the Fantastic Beasts.
I don't remember.
Grindelwald or whatever. They recharactered him or like recast him because of this whole Amber Heard thing. So he's losing millions of dollars. So of course, like he was probably fine spending all that money before, and now all of a sudden all these shows and movies are dropping him, so he's making nothing. So that's hard. So of course, I mean, I feel like it's fully justified for him to sue her for this because it's affecting his life.
Well, what has she been where she's got
she didn't get affected at all.
$50 million. Like, how much money do you think she has?
She's in lots of movies. So what is she in? She's in a Marvel movie, isn't she?
She was in it was the one with Jason Momoa.
Aquaman. Yeah. Was she I haven't even seen it.
She was
just a character, or is she a superhero?
Just a character.
Just a person in
Some super hot character in the movie.
Super hot. So she's a hot bitch.
She's really good looking, but I guess the crazy ones are.
She's just too, I don't know. I could be watching things that are biased towards Johnny, but everything that I've seen is it kind of makes her out to be kind of shitty. Kind of a shitty person.
I'm curious because like lately at work, the only place I notice, or from in my life that I notice the trials, is on TikTok. So I put the live TikTok on, and I can kind of just close my phone, and I can still listen to the whole TikTok. And it's as far as I know, it's only been Johnny on the stand. I'm curious to hear what Amber has to say.
See, and that's what I've only seen too, is Johnny testifying or answering questions. So. I don't know. I don't know if we're waiting for her turn or all these pages are just in favor of Johnny. Who knows? One of the things that kind of sticks to me is the audio that they played when Amber was saying, "I didn't punch you, I hit you." It's like, oh, okay,
you didn't punch, you hit.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, clearly the abuse is there. So.
I saw a video that kind of went the other way. Honestly, Amber was like recording. And Johnny was like slamming some shelves or cabinets. I'm like, where is it? I can't remember what he was talking about. And then he saw the phone. He's like, oh, you're recording this? And he grabbed the phone and like broke it or threw it. I was like, oh, that doesn't look good for you.
At least none of it was violence towards her until grabbing the phone. But even that was just breaking her phone.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, there's lots of incriminating stuff that can go both ways. But the majority of it makes me lean towards Team Johnny. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how long this case is gonna last, but that's kind of the hot topic for right now is that case.
I mean, he's got to be making royalties, I would think, off of all of his Pirates and stuff. Caribbean. Like, they were huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I'm sure, like, I don't know how the royalties work, but everything's sold every year.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got to get a little.
Unless there's something
piece.
like, if you're involved in some sort of assault trial or case, then you don't get any of the royalties. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's set up either, but that would suck.
That would.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. I'm sure you guys are following it along anyway, but that is our no hair, don't care topic of the day. Do you have anything else on it? Not really.
You might have to beat her ass a little bit.
Supposedly he already has, according to her.
Shit, what's the football player who killed his wife?
Simpson?
Yeah.
OJ?
OJ, you might have to OJ her ass. Just wear some smaller gloves and the glove doesn't fit.
Do you think you'd be happy if you were living in the country away from the city completely, like kind of just off the grid, but no like debts, no payments on anything? You could just kind of do whatever you wanted, peaceful life.
I think if I was completely off the grid and I had everything paid off, then yeah, I'd probably be happier. But if I have to be in the city, I want access to everything around. I want access to movie theaters and gas stations, grocery stores. But that involves having to be around all the shitty people as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of you shitty people out there.
Yeah, I deal with them every day. Retail pharmacy. Retail anything. People in retail deal with shitty people. Sucks.
As long as I got a good internet connection, sure, I guess I could probably be away from everyone.
I guess that creates an element of people that like the country will be happy in that setting, not necessarily us. We're so used to being in the city and having access to everything. I don't know if either one of us would be happy in that setting.
I don't know. Like my mom's property.
Oh, in Texas.
It is far away from everything, but if I didn't have like a lot of debt and I didn't have to work or I could retire there, I could see myself happy because she's got a bunch of land. She's got a pool in the backyard. She's got a grill and a tractor and I mean,
tractor.
What else?
You gotta have a tractor.
You gotta get yourself a 4-wheeler. Oh, she got a 4-wheeler too. A dirt bike. I feel like I'd make myself a little dirt ramp and I would slowly make it bigger and bigger.
You know what? The one time that we visit, we drove down there to pick up that trailer that I bought. Was that 21 hours one way?
It was a long drive.
It was a long drive.
It was more than that.
But staying there for that one night and just literally being in the countryside at night, you could see all the stars. There's no bright lights anywhere. You had is this sense of peace, like no worry for that moment, for that one night is like, I have no worries. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about anything. It was nice.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I could sustain that lifestyle. Like, could you live without having a car? Could I live without having a car?
Friends and family like living close by or different properties right next to each other.
Yeah.
We just gotta buy like 20 acres and put a house on equally around it.
Yeah. I keep thinking that and I've talked to my parents about this too, and they've talked to me about multiple different ways around it. Just with how the housing market is right now, if I just sold my house and just kind of sat and waited or whatever, rented a place or stayed with my parents for a while and waited for the market to turn around and like be able to invest that money or something. Yeah. To where I have whatever what's the income called that you don't have to work for?
A lot.
I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, but I've thought about that a lot.
Yeah, it'd be nice. As bad as it'd be for a lot of people, I'm waiting for that market to just
crash so you can get something.
And plummet. And absolutely, I have to invest in something, even if I don't even live in it.
Yeah. But I just keep coming to that. And that's why I wonder if all these cars, if I'm actually happy with it, because I keep playing that scenario out in my head. If I sell my house, if I sell all my cars, I'd have this liquid cash that I could invest into something and not have to work every day or work as hard as I do right now. Is that my happiness? Like, we'll see. All these material goods, like, clearly is not making me happy to where I want to hold on to it completely.
Are you sure? I mean, after this podcast, I think we need to go for a ride.
Okay, well, I'm keeping my Viper, so.
Okay.
Even if I live in a shed, the Viper's staying in the shed and I'll sleep outside. But, I mean, my parents have talked me out of it and said it's not, like, just rent out my basement, rent out my detached garage. Like I can make cash other ways with what I have right now.
Or you can sell some of the cars you don't use.
Right. But like, it's just hard having somebody
There's so
live
many
in
projects
your house.
that we're doing that just pick one and sell it. I guess we don't even.
I know.
You bought a 1,000cc motorcycle engine almost a year
Haven't
ago.
even
They were
touched
gonna
it.
make a go-kart. We haven't touched it.
Yeah,
I think we should do that though.
we should.
It's getting warm. We could knock that out in a month.
Yeah, I know. There's so much stuff. I feel like stuff is what I thought was bringing me happiness. But then the thought of selling it like the 240 makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because I haven't used it to its full potential.
You had it for so long. Like the amount of time you've had it, the percentage of time where it was down and not running is way more than like
it's years and years.
It's like 80% of the time was not running. Now that you have it, I hear you coming around the corner when you say you're coming to my house. I'm like, that's Jared. I hear him driving the drift cart.
Yeah. I was dead set on selling it, and then I drove it the other day. I'm like, I don't think I can sell it. But like I don't feel
Maybe
like I'll use it like I should.
Sell it then.
So, material goods, I don't know if that's my happiness. But it's fun.
It's fun.
So where's the balance? Like what is happiness versus fun? Does having fun with something that
does an amount of horsepower mean the amount of fun you need? Because
horsepower, it's a calculation. Happiness of horsepower
of happiness. I need at least 500 horsepower.
Hey, you're close. Happy. You're at 415 with your Tesla.
Yeah, that's not enough.
It's not that 500 mark.
I guess Hannah gives me crap. She's like, I know you. You'll have something else here soon because I am not content with anything. Because I sold my motorcycle and now I feel like
you feel sad.
I'm
starting to see the bikes come out now.
I need a motorcycle now.
Just on my short drive home from work, I saw like 4 Bull bikes.
I don't need something super fast when it comes to motorcycles because the smallest amount of horsepower on a motorcycle is superior over most cars.
So what? You're looking at motorcycles again?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna look at anything.
Uh-huh.
I like my car. It's great.
Okay.
There are small things saying that it's used that you look at and you're like, ugh. I should fix it, but it doesn't work, so I'll just leave it. Like the small things, like one of the windshield wipers was not really working all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the lights on the handles that like automatically come out on the driver's side is not lit.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, what?
The little things that
and I think about it, it's like, I don't need, who gives a shit? It's a fucking light bulb. I know, but I need it.
Eats at you and digs at you.
I should have bought a brand new one, but then my payments would have been
brand new. Is so expensive, though. You almost can't. I don't know with the used market these days, though. Used cars are, what was it? I saw it the other day. The used car marketplace is up 35 to 40% in prices.
When I was looking for my Tesla and we were driving around to all these dealers, they were all at like half capacity at least. Like it was empty.
Yeah.
You're just like, where are all the fucking cars?
Everybody's buying used. Like you look at the new car dealerships and they're worse off than these used car dealerships because the used car dealerships are selling their inventory. New car dealerships don't have the inventory because nobody's buying. Nobody's buying new anymore, I feel like. You look at that Ford dealership.
If I had the choice between new and used, absolutely, I want new.
Oh, yeah, of course. New's nice because you don't have anybody that's abused it before you. But, man, that sticker price and then leaving the lot, you'll never get that money back.
I know.
That's what's hard.
Unless you buy like a brand new GT3 or what is the Porsche 3T?
GT3 RS?
GTRS.
Or GT2 RS?
Crazy, you buy it and then as soon as you get it, you turn around and sell for $100,000 more.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get the right ones. Oh, my friend lives and dies by that.
I saw something recently with it was like the Mercedes G-Wagon. Is that they weigh so much that after they weigh so much, I saw it today actually, if it's for a business expense and you drive it more than 50%, the first year you can claim 100% of the car. So you could buy a $80,000 G-Wagon, use it strictly for business, and claim it on your taxes.
Yep.
That's
and
crazy.
Just write it off completely.
That's crazy. I'm gonna buy a G-Wagon
Oh,
tomorrow.
there's so many loopholes. It's sad. Speaking of taxes, I'm so pissed.
How come you haven't
Taxes
filed your
suck.
taxes yet? Why do you wait till the last second?
No, it's filed because I owe every year. I'm not going to pay it early.
Just get it over with, and then you can just get on with your life.
No, I miss the days that I get tax returns.
I get tax returns.
Yeah. You suck.
Did
Guess how much I owed this year?
You owed, I'm gonna say, if it's anywhere close to what Hana, you owed $5,000.
Did Hana owe this year?
Yeah, she owed
Does
last
she
year
owe
too.
every year?
Yeah,
Huh?
Not a lot.
She
Like,
picks up all those JIT shifts. That's
she
why.
owed like $400 or something.
Oh,
How much?
Oh, but you're guessing $5,000 for me.
Yeah.
Guess again.
You owe more?
More.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you don't have a
I
kid.
just don't pull. Yeah. So being
Just
single
adopt
kills
a
me.
fucking 17-year-old that you can claim for 1 year and then kick him out.
Yeah, being single kills me. Having no kids kills me.
That's stupid.
Having high income job kills me because apparently claiming 0 on my W-2 doesn't pull out enough. I have the dividends coming from my investments with my parents' company, but that's still not a lot.
How much is it?
Guess.
Nah, none of my business. I don't want to know.
Okay. Well, more than double that, so
Yeah, that's good.
it makes me very angry.
Well, make less money. Well, happiness and wealth. Which one do you want?
But it just makes me angry because you look at all these rich people that don't have to pay anything. They get around
I heard like Amazon, I don't know if it's true or not, didn't have to pay any taxes last year.
Yeah. Bezos?
Jeff Bezos made, I mean, he got a like $500 million kickback from the government during COVID.
Oh my gosh.
And he doesn't have to pay any taxes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hook it up with just 1% of what Bezos made. I'll be cool.
Hook it up with the middle class people down here. The lower class people.
Can I have crumbs, please, sir?
I can't pay taxes. Look at my lifestyle. I have 7 cars.
Sir, can I please have some taxes?
Please, sir.
7 cars?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I did. I think that was my lowest of lows.
You're at
Was
1, 2,
7 cars.
3, 4, 5 right now?
I have the truck, the Viper, the 240, the S2000. What's that for?
No, you have 5.
4? 5. I have the
You
truck.
have your truck Viper, 240, the 2000, your grandpa truck.
Grandpa truck. Yeah, 5. I just sold my bike that was 6. I had my 2 Supras at one time, the giveaway Supra and Clyde, and the Viper at the same time too. So that was my lowest of lows. 1, 2,
I have
3, 4, 5,
one
6,
vehicle.
7, 8. I had 8 cars.
What? Oh, you have a 1,000 horsepower a motorcycle, GXR,
1000cc, the R1.
the
Yamaha
R1.
And it's 1000
1,000
cc, not a
cc engine
horsepower.
that will be a vehicle.
Oh, you mean the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Gixxer engine. Yeah,
What is it?
1000cc
GXR?
GSXR.
GXR.
Suzuki. Yeah. So 1000cc
We need
go
to do
kart
something with
motor.
that because today
You
your
know-
lawnmower didn't start. Tomorrow that engine's not going to start.
See, I have all these cars and I can't even get my lawnmower to start.
Put the 1,000 cc engine in your lawnmower.
Oh my god,
Vroom.
dude! Do you know how insane that's gonna be? 1000cc go. They put 1000cc motor in sand rails to go to the dunes.
I know. We should hurry up.
This is gonna be in a
because
go kart.
We're missing out on some really fun.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna kill ourselves.
No.
No.
5-point harness.
Roll cage.
Roll
Full
cage.
roll cage.
You might be shooken up a little bit afterwards, but you'll be all right. Walk it off. Don't flip it.
Don't flip it.
Yeah.
Well, we got to make it wide enough that it doesn't flip.
How wide is wide enough?
I don't know. We need schematics.
Nah.
Yeah.
Eyeball it. I can do wider in the back, narrow in the front.
Bro, I've
know.
seen the KSL go-kart frames that the people are selling that they made. They look terrible. They look like a death trap. We need to make it
I've always
good.
wanted to like have a riding lawnmower, but have it souped up where it just hauls ass in some of those like riding lawnmower races.
Yeah, have you seen those?
That'd be so fun.
Those things are insane.
There's no roll cages on those
oh
motherfuckers.
my god. Yeah.
Next.
Lawnmower?
1,000cc lawnmower.
I don't have a big enough yard.
I think
for
they
that.
use the stock motors and they just mess with them that
they
way
just
to
beef
make
them up,
crazy.
which is insane.
I don't even know how.
No, I don't know how to do that.
Shot a nos.
I don't even know how we're gonna get this 1,000cc motor to run on a go-kart. It runs. We just gotta
pick it up, mount it
route
on there,
everything.
build some mounting points with the back axle that it spins those fuckers and go. Well, you put motorcycle like shifters on it. You.
That's what I want to do.
Click.
Just little shifters up here.
Yeah. Let's do it.
That'd be awesome. That'd be too much fun. That's gonna be dangerous, man.
I don't care.
That'll be better. That'll be cheaper. I can sell all my stuff. We can just have fun with that.
Make me happy.
Make you happy?
Yeah.
Will it make you successful?
Yes.
Do you think you have to be happy in order to be successful? Or do you think you need to be successful in order to be happy? Does one come before the other?
No.
No?
I think you are happy before you're successful.
Why?
Because you don't have that income and you get the job and you're like happy, like, yeah, I'm gonna do something, and then you get the money afterwards.
Yeah, that's how I agree. That's how I see it. I think you have to be happy in order to produce that success.
If you're miserable, you can't even do the work.
No, you don't have the drive. Yeah, I agree. I like that. Did you ever steal as a kid?
Yeah, no.
Sorry, random topic. I just want to know.
Yes, I did.
Did you steal a lot?
There was a fair amount of stealing. You know what? It's okay. While I was in high school, not really me necessarily, but I was completely guilty by association kind of. On my first car that I had, I lived on base, and some of the people, my friends, would steal alcohol from the gas station, and we would store it in the back of my car. And at one point, I probably had 20 bottles of alcohol lining the back of my car. And I don't even know if we didn't really drink it. We might have had some, but we were like, we're 15 years old. We didn't really drink. I think he was selling it. I don't know. I grew up in a really shitty fucking state.
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
I remember when I was probably 14 or 15 years old. I couldn't drive yet, but I played on a traveling baseball team. We would go to like Mesquite, Nevada.
At 15?
Yeah. Well, our parents would take us there. We'd have hotels, but then the kids would just go run around outside because we couldn't go into the casinos. We'd just hang out, but somebody would steal their parents' alcohol, or somebody would grab something from the liquor store and just run out. And we'd go, and my team, they would all drink, and I would just pretend to drink because I was this like innocent sissy boy. I don't know. I was like, no, this will get me in trouble.
You pussy.
So I'd stick my tongue in the bottle so it stopped the alcohol, but I'm like, what?
I don't see any bubbles.
And then I'd have to kind of act silly.
Like, I'm buzzed.
Do you think? What do you think the percentage is of kids that steal growing up? That like
steal to be
try
cool,
or
or steal
once.
To get things they want?
Both, either one.
I bet it's pretty high.
I bet it's pretty high too. Because I did.
I've caught my kids stealing shit before.
Yeah.
You just gotta beat it out of them.
Beat it. Just
beat
physical abuse stops it.
Whipping jerks.
I remember my two friends. We were in junior high. Yeah, I think it was junior high. And we'd go into the CD store. I never did it. I never did
CD?
this. Yeah, the CD store.
Oh, CDs.
CDs. Yeah,
those are almost
CDs
16.
are things.
VHS store? No, CDs.
I'm aging myself. Back when, CDs were the big popular thing, and they just crack open the CD case and just pull the CD out and just throw it in their pocket. And I was there the first time they did that, and then after that they went on their own and they got caught. And then they had community service and all this stuff that they had to do, and I think that stopped it. But
now you can just stream everything for free.
Yeah. I had a little stint of being a little klepto.
I worked for Blockbuster Video at one point.
You worked for Blockbuster?
I worked
Man,
for
I remember that. Hollywood and
Video.
Blockbuster Video.
And I don't I think I may have stolen like a tape or a video once, whatever. But like some of the people had such outrageous bills. We had to call and be like, "Hey, you have an outstanding debt of $54 for renting something on a VHS tape."
Oh man.
And they're like, "Yeah, well, good luck getting that."
Yeah.
You know.
And that's why Blockbuster is
And
gone.
click. Hello.
Hello.
And now they're out of business.
Death of. I think there's one left in Washington that's still alive.
Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, a Blockbuster.
Does anybody have a VHS player anymore?
I think my parents still have their collection of VHS tapes.
Ugh.
Not because they watch it, but it's just sitting in the drawer that they never really go through. I don't think that shit's even worth
I have
money
DVDs
anymore.
that it's just like what I haven't watched a DVD in probably 5 years.
Yeah, I like my work has the $5 DVDs, and I look through it. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, you know what?
I could stream
I don't
that
want a
for free on
DVD.
Netflix.
I can stream it in HD.
I bought the last Batman. You just stream it. Unfortunately, something went wrong. I couldn't, but I just logged onto the HBO. I bought it, and then I was still able to watch it for free.
Even when you buy things to stream, it's still
I looked
streaming
at it
for
the other
free.
day, and it's there to watch now.
That's funny.
Anyways,
Where are we at? How long have we been going?
an hour and 6 minutes.
Oh, wow, we've made it an hour. Not bad.
Wealth
Wow.
versus happiness.
Wealth. Success
versus happiness. Money versus poor.
So, I have a quick question before we wrap it up, sir.
No.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
I watched a thing a while ago where a guy went and studied, it was like 2,000, or I think I've talked to you about this before. It was like 2,800 or 3,000 patients on their deathbed, and asked them, if they had any regrets. And it's like 85% of them said that they regretted doing the things they wanted to do in life. Do you think that number is reflective?
What do you mean they regretted the things they wanted to do?
Regretted not doing the
Okay.
things that they wanted to do in life, which I think goes with happiness and success.
Mhm.
Doing the things you want to do. If you're not doing the things you want to do, then you can't be
What's the
happy. You
point?
can't be successful, right? Do you think that 80 to 85% of people that he interviewed on their deathbed saying they regretted that, do you think that's an accurate depiction of all of society? Do you think it's that high amount of people that will regret, or that do regret
I
not
think
doing
it's
the things
probably
they want?
less now.
Yeah.
I bet like grandparents and my parents and people around that age probably were a lot more strict,
Yeah.
and they did what they had to because their parents told them or whatever, to just, you go to work every day 9 to 5, come home, be miserable.
Right.
And I think now people are just like off and doing their own thing a lot more.
I guess back then there's a lot less things you could do to make the money. Now with the digital age, with the access to the internet and the influencers and the creators and the things that you can do online, there's so many more things that you can make money doing, and things that you never thought would make money that, I guess there's a lot more access to those things that people do at home. Especially with COVID. I mean, that forced people inside to like figure things out.
Check out my OnlyFans, guys.
Yeah, Chris has an OnlyFans. It's he eats food with his feet naked.
Oh, gross. I'm just unsubscribing now. I bet that number, it's crazy, like how many people are doing stuff like that now, though.
It's true.
Sex sells.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You mean like the OnlyFans stuff?
What do you guys want to see me do?
I mean, do you have good looking feet?
I don't have
You can
anything
sell your
good
feet.
looking.
Sell your feet.
You want me to
just record
rub
your feet.
peanut butter through the hair on my chest?
Oh, God.
How about pain? You want to see me wax my chest? Ow!
Hey, that's a thing.
I know. There's so many
cater
weird
to
things.
people's weird, kinky obsessions. I don't know.
If I knew it would pay me, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it.
OnlyFans, it's crazy. Like looking at that stuff, OnlyFans, people look at OnlyFans and they're like, "Oh, that's just a porn site. You just show yourself." No, it's not true. Like people,
Sell bathwater.
I had
sell farts.
I had a friend, and I will not say who he is or what his name is, but he would literally, what was he posting? It was not sexual at all, and he was charging people $10 a month. Okay. And he had, I think it was like 450 subscribers. So 450 subscribers per month, that's $4,500 he's making per month on something that's non-sexual.
It's really good.
That he just has to post stuff every day. And people, I think it was something to do, because he had like a redneck a mullet. So it was something that had to do with like mullets or like the country or something like redneck.
Shotgun bear.
Yeah, and it was just pictures and videos of him doing redneck stuff, or just like really high quality photos of his mullet. Or it was weird. No, it was super weird.
Want to see my mullet?
But he was making $400 or $4,500 a month doing that.
We
stuff.
should start an OnlyFans of just something stupid, shots with shit in it.
That just that just shows you, like, you just have to find something that catches on, that's in some weird niche market, and you make money. I don't know, maybe that'll bring success and happiness. All right, I'm done talking about rednecks making more money than me.
Everyone's making more money than me.
All right, well, let's wrap that up. This was Chinwag episode 8, or as Chris says, Ocho. What are we doing next week? I think this week we were supposed to have,
I don't know,
a guest.
Can't make any promises because nothing's for certain.
We had a guest that was supposed to come on today. He had some stuff come up, so potentially next week we'll have a guest. But if not, it'll just be Chris and I, and we can carry the show on our own.
Oh yeah. What is our, like, if somebody wanted to reach out to send us
as far as, if people want to, so we post on multiple platforms. A lot of the podcast stuff you can't comment or like ask for topics or recommend topics, but if you go to our YouTube page, you can comment there, or
you can email
us
the1chinwag@gmail.com,
and 1 is the number 1, so the number 1 chinwag@gmail.com. You can shoot us an email there, on our TikTok page, on our Instagram page. You guys can always DM us there if you want to hear about a topic, or if you want to be a guest. We have a guest from, I think he's from like Texas or something. Owns his own business, performance business. He reached out and he wants to be on the podcast and kind of talk about his story. Especially after listening to Drew's last week, it's kind of nice hearing different people's perspective of life and their struggles through life. So we'll have a bunch more guests, but if you do want a topic, just reach out, let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll chat it up. We'll shoot the shit with that topic and see what we can do. Got anything else, sir?
Find your happiness, people. Peace out.
You sound super happy saying that.
Ow!